All right, everyone, and hello, and welcome to number 215, Kecha, Wacha, in our 20th anniversary Monster Hunter Countdown. Only appeared in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Monster Hunter 4G. Really, again, one of the best subspecies games that we've ever seen, and I think Kecha, Wacha is at least different enough from normal Kecha, Wacha to be said, okay, you're pretty good. At least you're not just a red Kezu. Amazing looking gear. I want to point out here, this is the Gunner helm. This is back from the day when you could wear whatever helm you wanted with whatever set you wanted. And in this case, you get these really amazing looking headphones. Love the design. So good. Highest fire elemental insect glaive. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the fire insect glaive you want to go for, but I made it and I enjoyed it. I realize now there's nothing that could have stopped me from using the normal Kecha, Wacha, but whatever. Fire attack 2, constitution +2, and iron skin are the skills you get, also with minus water res. Not great for Blade Masters, at least. Not usually. I'll talk about the statuses in the head. Sleep and blast would be great to help break the head. Otherwise, it's hard, man. It is hard to break those ears. You just kind of want to stick to the back legs and the tail. But if you want oracles, you really, really want to break the head, which is not easy. It's not easy. I mean, from what I can tell, based on that there, element doesn't even seem to apply to when his ears are down. Strange. Didn't know that. Would have thought you'd really want water, but I guess, if anything, you just want blast. One or two blasts would almost definitely get it, assuming you weren't bouncing, which is hard to not do. Farming it up, I had the Star Knight armor, which made it a lot easier to attack the face. It didn't even matter. I was able to go right through with my mind's eye. But otherwise, you know, you're pretty much limited to bouncing, using attacks with ESP, or alternatively trying to find a moment when he actually like pulls back his ears. Every once in a while, he'll do like a little animation where it looks like he's laughing at you. Otherwise, significant differences, unlike normal Kecha, Wacha, he has fire, which I think is a little bit scarier than water. I mean, it depends what weapon you're using, but, you know, fire will deal damage to you. Water just slows down your stamina. So I got really lucky here. He showed off his face, which let me not only get a break on it, but then get his stagger on the little netting there as well. So, not saying that's how you would normally do it. I will say mounting him is a little bit hard, especially if he's a little guy, because if you hit him when his ears are down, it doesn't count as like a true mount. When you're bouncing, I guess it doesn't count. So that makes it tough. That makes it really tough. That being said, he does hit hard. If you let him get his really heavy acrobatic hits off on you, I would say he's one of the harder hitting monsters. Although, you know, I did not upgrade this armor really at all, so maybe it's not that bad, but still a good monster, still a fun monster. Here's him exhausted. I mean, if you were to wait until about the 10-minute mark, or if you were to use some way to exhaust him, he'll show off his face quite a bit more, maybe make it a little bit easier. So maybe that's like an alternative. If you're using Hunting Horn, you've got Mind's Eye. If you've got Hammer, you've got Mind's Eye. Lots of different ways to get him to show his head off if you've got an impact weapon. And he just looks so stoned. I mean, I love that this was a 3DS game with like minimal resolution, and yet, you know, they still went through the effort to show him having that stoned looking appearance in his eyes when he's exhausted. Kecha, Wacha, a supreme pelt with black spots that only add to the white base color's beauty. It is a pretty looking monster. A long, rigid foreleg bone that, while rare, makes an excellent frame for gear. That's the lead bone. Lash, a fine tail whose sinew and hidden claw at the tip help the monster stay suspended. A claw with a unique hook shape gets snagged by this once and it's over. A unique sensitive ear. Few have seen the patterning on its backside and lived. Well, that's Kecha, Wacha. Great monster, fun monster. Pretty bad armor for Blade Master. Maybe it's got one piece that's nice for a mix set. Decent enough weapon. I mean, you know, it's got a lot of fire. Again, I'm not saying it's necessarily the best fire insect glaive, but it has the highest fire element on there, so that's cool. Up next is a three-way tie for 212. Starting up with Plum, Daimyo, Hermitar. Probably going to do this in 4U as well. Thanks for watching. I love you. Goodbye.